Yes, hello. I know it's been forever. I'm sorry. So I discovered as of this upcoming Monday, at the time of recording this, it is going to have been a whole year without a new Dimensions episode. I don't know how I let this happen. I'm sorry if you've been waiting for so long. I'm really sorry. I'm working to get that out pretty much as I speak right now, but that'll be coming out soon. Also, plans that I have for right now, I have some other plans that I'm going to be talking about in this video because I figured it's time that I talk about this, considering I've had these plans for years and haven't really talked about it at all on YouTube. I've talked about it a little bit on MeWe, but I mean, I only have one follower on there out of you all, so I'll talk about it here. The first thing I want to talk about is Sword Fight. So, probably the most obvious thing about Sword Fight is that yes, the more recent videos have been more story oriented instead of actual sword fighting. Which, I mean, it was always going to go in that direction. But the animation went on a huge downhill change. I mean, you can see here on the screen right now is the original version of Sword Fight Revolution, the third one in the series, and this looks like absolute garbage. I mean, I'm watching this as I record the audio for this video. It's just garbage. Like, what's with all this extra spirally stuff with the explosion right there? Like, what's the point of all that? All you need is a little energy burst. But the point is, this video is getting a remake. It's going to go into more detail. It's going to be much longer, more detail. The fight scene at the end is going to be drug out a little bit to be an actual fight scene instead of two red and blue lines flying all over the screen. Touching up on dialogue, animation, blah 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 blah. You get the idea. Same thing I did with Arcade for Three Friends. I took it, I redid all the blah blah blah. You know, you've seen it most likely. If you're watching this video and you're a subscriber who actually watches my videos, then you know what I'm talking about. But now you might also be thinking, well, Genesis had some garbage animation too, and while yes, it did, I'm going to leave it alone because that video took a lot out of me. It's probably the whole reason I let this happen in the first place. I mean, I genuinely cared about Genesis at the beginning of it. As it went on, it took 6 months to animate, and as it went on, I cared less and less for the video. It got to the point that I just hated logging on to Flip-A-Clip to work on it. So it's going to stay as it is because I'm not getting into that mess again. But the next two prequels should be out soon. Time to move on. The next thing I'm going to talk about is Three Friends. Yeah, I know. It doesn't... Oh my god. Again, I'm basically watching the video that's playing on the screen as I'm recording this because that's just how Cyberlink works. Cyberlink Power Director. And oh my god, their heads are so much bigger than they should be. Why is that happening? But anyway, like I was saying, Ping Pong kind of ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. If you don't remember, I'll go ahead and play it right now for you. For using a sword in a ping pong match. Don't worry about it. It's the first challenge I've had in a long time in this game. This is true. Thank you for allowing me to compete. If you ever need my help for anything, let me know. Yes. Very true indeed. You always were the best. I'll see you at the talent show, little brother. So, like you heard there at the end, this strange character that you've never seen shows up. Well, you may have spotted him before, I don't know. There's been a few hints to his existence throughout the series. But, yeah, so... unless you've spotted him in the background before, you don't know who this guy is at all. And even if you have spotted him, you really don't know that much about him. But first of all, his name is Jonathan, and I'm not going to tell you anything else about him because it would be spoilers. But I can tell you that he kind of wants revenge on Dan for something that he did a long time ago. And at the end, you also heard him call Dan his little brother. So, I mean, Also, at the beginning with the picture, I forgot about this guy. The season finale for Season 1 will be a two-parter called Talent Show. And I should be able to have that out pretty soon. Which also leads us into the surprise. So, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned a surprise that would be coming soon. After Three Friends Season 1 finale, both parts of Talent Show are out, I'm going to take a break from Three Friends for a while. Because I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but Dimensions and Three Friends are set in the same universe. And so is this next thing. It's also in the same universe as Dimensions and Three Friends. It's going to be set 50 or 60 years after the events of Three Friends. And it's going to be really futuristic, kind of space cops kind of thing. I have some plot details for you, but I can't really say it because it'll be spoilers, so I'm going to save that for a trailer that I'll make eventually. At the rate I'm going now with the whole 1 year for a Dimensions episode thing. Sorry about that. Anyway. So. This new series will be set 60 or so years after the events of Three Friends. Which also, if you paid attention, Three Friends takes place around 2017, because that's when the first video of it was uploaded. So that's when it's going to take place. And Dimensions takes place in 1995. So this is quite a time skip, unlike the ones you've seen before. So, yeah, new series coming whenever Three Friends Season 1 ends. The main character will be related to Dan. He'll be Dan's grandson will be the main character. He's going to be a guy named Ace, who's kind of like a space cop sort of thing. Space military. I don't know. That's all I'm going to give you. The rest of it you'll have to get from the trailer. But whenever I do eventually make a trailer for it, you'll be able to see the family resemblance, trust me. You take away the armor, and he's basically a clone of Dan. But, yeah. I'm going to take a break from Three Friends for a while. It will come back. It'll come back, trust me. I was going to save the new series for after Sword Fight was finished, but at the rate that's going, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. So, especially since Sword Fight videos take the longest to make out of any of them, even though they don't have any voice acting in them. I don't understand why they take so long to make, but yeah, they take forever to make for whatever reason, but because of how long they take to make, I've decided that whenever Three Friends Season 1 is over, I'll start with this, and then whenever the first season of this is over, kind of alternate between the two. Meanwhile, Sword Fight and Dimensions are over here on the side, gradually getting more episodes. I know. I shouldn't have done this many at one time, but... oh well, too late to go back now. But, yeah, Dimensions Chapter 3 should be out soon, because I'm working on that right now as well as the Sword Fight remake. Three Friends 2-part season finale will be coming soon. Talent Show Part 1 and Part 2. Don't miss it. It's important for Season 2, obviously. New series coming after Season 1 is over. When Season 1 of that is over, going back to Three Friends for a bit. Sword Fight remake, Dimensions. Yep, that's about it. That's all I've got to say. Yeah. I do have a couple of other ideas that I could work on, but I've got enough YouTube stuff going on right now, so I'm going to wait till some stuff ends for that. See you in the next update video.